Before becoming a parent, I imagined family travel would feel magical all the time. Beautiful destinations, matching family photos, peaceful breakfasts together, core memories everywhere we go. And sometimes, it really does feel magical. But what people don't always talk about is how much invisible work exists behind those moments. Because while you're trying to create beautiful memories with your child, your mind is also carrying an endless stream of logistics in the background. And sometimes I catch myself wondering, am I truly living inside this moment? Or am I simply managing it? Because more than anything, I want to hold on to these innocent moments. I don't want to let them quietly pass me by while I'm busy surviving the trip, wanting to remember everything. I think that's the emotional contradiction of traveling with children. You want the magic so badly. You want to remember the tiny hand holding yours while walking through the beautiful place. You want to remember their excitement, seeing something new for the first time. You want to freeze certain moments forever because you already know childhood moves so fast. And sometimes, in the middle of the trip, I suddenly become aware that this exact version of my child will never exist again. The little voice, the tiny shoes, the way they reach for you when they're tired. These moments feel temporary in the most heartbreaking way. So I want to fully experience them. I want to emotionally stay present inside them. But at the same time, my brain never fully stops working. Did we pack enough diapers? Where's the wet wipes? How far is the next elevator? Is there a changing table nearby? What if he gets overwhelmed? What if he cries? What if he suddenly melts down here? Even before the day properly starts, your brain already feels tired, right? Sometimes, we finally arrive at a beautiful hotel buffet after a long morning, and instead of peacefully eating together, we take turns. One parent quickly grabs food while the other watches the child. Then you switch. At this point, parents don't even look for tourist attractions first anymore. We look for convenient and safe seating arrangements. And buffets somehow make everything even harder because there's so much movement and stimulation happening all at once. Hot food, crowds, plates, people walking everywhere, a toddler wanting to explore everything immediately. So even while eating, part of your brain stays alert the entire time. And there are moments where I quietly realize, oh, I'm so tired. This doesn't feel relaxing anymore. I'm so tired. It's still meaningful. It's still beautiful. It's still worth it. But it's also work, you know? Emotional work, mental work, physical work. Traveling with kids can feel physically heavy in such a literal way too. Parents become experts at searching for elevators, and sometimes you finally arrive somewhere beautiful only to realize that there's no elevator. Like, that's so stressful, right? And in moments like that, I sometimes feel torn between two realities. One part of me exhausted and overwhelmed, but another part of me is whispering, please remember this, please stay present, please don't forget this face. And yeah, one thing that surprised me is how some of the most beautiful places can become the most stressful as a parent. Quiet cafes, pottery stores, figurine shops, traditional ryokan, places that are supposed to feel peaceful suddenly make you hyper alert instead. You know what I feel? Part of me wants to admire everything slowly, but another part of me is constantly watching my child like, please don't touch that, please don't break that, please sit down, please don't cry right now, oh my gosh, now, oh my gosh, please sit properly. My gosh, yes, I'm a parent. For the record, most ryokan or traditional Japanese inns are incredibly welcoming for families. Some of my most pleasant and memorable family experiences happened in these places. Yes, we love ryokans. Yes, my family really loves ryokans. However, occasionally, you'll accidentally stumble upon a ryokan that feels extremely quiet, strict, and fragile. Then suddenly, you become aware of every tiny sound your child makes. There was actually even one time when we decided to leave a ryokan because the owner seemed overly strict, and honestly, we felt we'd be more relaxed staying elsewhere. At least I let that one out. I've been carrying that for a while. I think one of the hardest emotions is realizing that sometimes the logistics become so loud that they almost overpower the memory you were trying to create. So I don't want these years to pass by in a blur of stress and mental checklists. I don't want to remember the exhaustion. I want to remember him, my baby, my baby Kenry. His wonder, his innocence, his excitement, the way he sees the world right now. I want to hold on to these moments while they still exist, you know. Maybe this version of magic is simply different. Messier, louder, more exhausting, but also more emotionally precious. Maybe the beauty isn't in perfectly relaxing all the time. You just accept that you can't relax all the time, basically. Maybe the beauty is in loving someone so deeply that you're willing to carry all the exhaustion. Carry all the exhaustion just to experience the world together. But honestly, despite everything, we still made pretty fantastic memories all the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. Okay. Most of the time. Yes, most of the time, maybe 80% are fantastic memories. Pretty high. So guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, please subscribe. It would really help my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.